In your face. Social radio. All over the place. We're online 24/7. 24/7. You're listening to the hottest internet station.
Yes, sir. On today's episode, we decided to pay homage to a crew that created a hip-hop culture back in the days in Pretoria in the early 2000s. I'm talking about Blood Spilaz. The crew was formed in 2004 by VA, now known as Young Verbal, and Tanic, aka Uncle Tanic. Their first mixtape dropped in 2005, sold about 300 units on its first day. Second mixtape, Confidential Files, dropped in 2006. Third mixtape, Final Destination, dropped in 2007. And fourth mixtape, Partners in Crime, dropped in 2009. And guess what? It got nominated for the Hype Magazine Awards. Fifth mixtape dropped in 2012, and it was titled The Barber Shop. 52 of its members were signed under the label Blood Spilaz Criminal Records, and over 5 group projects were released under the label. They hosted events at State Theatre, Hatfield from 2004 to 2012. 2007, selected by MTV Base to help promote MTV Base promo in Pretoria. They were also known for controversy in the city amongst other acts in the city and industry. Blood Spilaz reunion has been in talks for a project and possible documentary. Without wasting any time, on the line we have Young Verbal and Uncle Tanic. Blood Spilaz. What's going on? Yo man, listen, let me officially welcome you to Social Radio. I'm not rolling alone, Nikitamali Refile Molema aka Ref Mo. So on the line right now, I got Young Verbal and Uncle Tanic. Right now, the Blood Spilaz and what they've been working on. Welcome, gentlemen. Welcome.
What up? How you guys doing?
You know.
Election, ref. I hope you guys are good.
Yo, man. You know what? Let me just shoot straight to it. How did the name Saint Tanic, now known as Uncle Tanic, come about? Low key for a long time. So run us through the process of the name Saint Tanic.
Tanic stands for basically this a nigga in charge. I just put the saint in front of it because, I used to go to churches and read Bibles and stuff. So I always thought, your St. Paul's, your St. Mary's, what is powerful stuff. So that's how I put it there, Saint Tanic.
Oh, Maro, I want to say religion.
It got me to travel a lot, actually. And I couldn't do social media interviews and stuff. So, yeah, it was big trouble, that's all. But yeah, we changed that to Uncle.
Oh, yeah. No, I feel it. So, Young Verbal, same question goes to you. Like, how did the name come about, Young Verbal, and why did you change from Verbal Assassin to Young Verbal?
So basically, from the battle days, because I used to battle rap a lot, bro. Like a lot. Like, that was my thing back in the day. You know what I mean? I was obsessed with it. So when I started doing like music professionally, the name Assassin, like just like Tanic, man, it started causing problems in terms of like interviews and corporates. You know what I mean? Like when it came to endorsement deals and everything. So I had to drop it. So I switched up to Young Verbal instead because the Assassin made a lot of people uncomfortable.
I can imagine. Now, Tanic, tell me how you met Young Verbal. Like you. How did you guys meet?
I remember the story, man. 2002, 3, yeah, and
Church Square, yeah.
I was just finished writing my exam. There's this homie of mine, he put me onto the city. His name is Twice. So
yeah.
So here I am. I'm going to the Cyphers on a Friday, and so this is he's tearing everybody apart. All eyes on him, and I'm like, how am I gonna get everybody to look at me? So that day I came out pimped out. I was looking fresh from head to toe. So he's also looking at me like, who's this nigga here? Who's fresh as well? And then we actually didn't vibe at first. Like we didn't vibe, but like it was the start of something great.
Ah man, that's awesome.
I was wondering, who is this guy? This guy was wearing a bulletproof vest, bro. Like, this guy came to the cypher wearing a bulletproof vest, and I remember I was wondering, like that's where it started, man. But yeah, man, like who knew? Like that's where the movement is gonna birth from. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you were to change something about your earlier rap days, what would it be?
You know what, bro? Like to be 100% honest, I wouldn't change anything, man.
Yeah.
Like, cause like from the good and the bad, like it defined me into who I am now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like it made me a better artist, and it just made me more aware. The difference is back then, we had to fight for the culture to be active in Pretoria, man. Like, a lot of people don't understand that. Like, everyone now is into hip-hop. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm with it, you know what I mean? Like, I support it and everything, but everyone now is into it. Back then, we had to fight for the culture to be there, bro.
Yeah. So what? Yeah. So you literally had to fight. Like, but when you mean fight, you mean literally like
Hey. let's just say Black Spilaz was a big organization that branched out from just music. Let's just say we are the culture, ladies and gentlemen. We are the culture.
Oh man. So,
yeah, bro, like beefs were different back then. Like now people beef on Twitter, which is cute.
Yeah.
It's
cute
okay.
beefs.
You know what I mean? But tell the hashtag and we beef different, bro. You know what I mean? But like for us, like if it's beef, then no, it's face to face. Like,
you know what I mean?
Where you at? Don't say no ring. I mean, you're popping off.
Yeah.
You know.
So
yeah, like the culture is different, but for us it's good because we went through all the stages, and I feel like that made me a better artist. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
Because I understand the culture inside out, the good and the bad. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't change anything, bro.
Yeah, now that's what's up.
It was a good journey. I wouldn't change a single thing.
So Tanic, so mpulele something. How did the name Blood Spilaz come about, and what is your vision for the clique? Like when you decided to run, let's call it Blood Spilaz. What is the main vision for it? And did you think Hore Selela ya accomplish or there were hiccups?
Well, to be honest, I remember dealing with Verbal, like, yo man, we should start a street team, and the name was the crew was known as the street team. Me and my popping with the freshest niggas on the streets.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we heard niggas from the east that were talking ish about me and VA. So me and VA, we set up this guy like, you know what, this guy once and for all face to face is one of the guys. These homies they pull up in baseball bats, I think. Yeah, they pull up with the baseball bat. I remember that. Me and Verbal. Yeah. And then right in front of the US embassy, like we really fought, you know. And then we in the car riding back to town, like, and then that's how the actual name came about, the Blood Spilaz. It came from the moment where it was me and Verbal against like 3-4 niggas.
Because you literally Blood
Spilaz. But the mission was always music. I was not really the rapper, you know. So when me and VA met, VA was more the general in leading the terms in the music side. Me, I was on like, I was a Damon Dash, Puff Daddy, you know, trying to. You guys hear chickens at the back? My bad.
Tala, get a background.
Fucking damn chickens. Did you hear the chicken?
Trust you me, we done heard the chickens, yo.
Let me fucking send this chicken away.
Nigga out here talking about beef, nigga. All we hearing is chickens, man. What's going on?
Lection is trippy.
Lection, are you there, bro?
I am, trust you me, I am very much here.
This could be your best interview yet, Lection. Please tell me you got that.
With trust you me, it's recorded, it's done.
Yeah, you imagine that, but I imagine.
Snap, you've killed me, bro.
Social radio.
Do you think Blood Spilaz have been giving enough recognition and acknowledgement for creating that culture back in the days, especially the hip hop culture?
You know what? At first, I figured we didn't get the recognition we're supposed to. I mean, obviously, a lot of people forget, man, that we were responsible for the groundworks for what the culture was back then, man.
Yeah.
From ciphers to events to shows, like everything. You know what I mean? Like we were ground zero for everything that went down.
Yeah.
And obviously, I always feel like the respect just wasn't enough. I mean, for the type of work that we put in for the city.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And especially if I'm comparing it with where the culture is now, I feel like it was way better back then. You know what I mean? It was more intense, it was more competitive, and it was more about putting the city on instead of individual crews. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Blood Spilaz always rep Pretoria, man. Like Camp City was always the main focus. Like when we go to events, when everything.
Yeah.
So obviously, I feel like more could have been done. I mean, and more respect should have been given, which is not. But I mean, that's how the game goes, man.
Yeah.
Like not everyone is gonna love you. Like, you know what I mean? But and that's fine. But if the culture declines, then there's a problem. You know what I mean? For me, that's where the disconnect is. So I'm not happy with where the culture is right now. Like, you know what I mean? Obviously, the game has changed, like I said. But like putting on for the city should always be the focus. And I just feel like it hasn't been the case since then. So obviously, more respect should have been given. I mean, we've built this city, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But hey, man, like that's just how I feel like as an individual. And I mean, like me personally, and I know for a fact that's how Tanic feels, because I mean we put in a lot of work into this, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
From
You know, speaking about back in the days, let me play you a little jam and tell me if you remember this situation right here.
Yeah, ne?
Remember that situation? Two more came in there with the husky voice. Yeah, boys, two more. Yo, man.
Yo, Janet, what we playing this a few days ago, bro?
Yeah, we were actually coming to think of it. We were, you know what I'm saying?
Tanic, what have you been up to since the 2020?
You know, obviously, I came from the Blood Spilaz set. You know, obviously, everybody grew up. You know, people were doing their own thing and branching into other stuff. Now, I was left with music. You know, I'm used to writing 8 bars because I'm from a crew. So now I was like, I'm the only one. So I identified, I identified my whole sound, my whole style. You know, I went solo. You know, I cooked the mixtape. I got signed by Vos Liu in 2016, whatever. We did a deal together. I did a mixtape for him. You know, he took me around the country and stuff. And then I'm back on my own independently because he quit music, whatever. Apparently he's back now. But anyway, yeah. By 2020, I was meant to drop I was meant to drop my first studio album. I cooked it up. I've been cooking it for 3 years, and then obviously Corona happened.
That's
right. So I don't want to drop an album where I can't go and perform in front of the people. For me, performing is very important. So I went back to studio. I'm currently even working on a 6-track, I think, EP.
Yeah.
I'm dropping that end of July. You know, just to give the fans some music. You know, and man, I think even now, I've been seeing VA in a long time, but you know, we're chopping it up every week. We talk about it. You know, we got a record we're cooking together right now. My
That's
project. You know, you know, but he'll tell you more about it. But yeah, definitely EP coming. It's called Two Screws.
Yeah.
It's a follow up to my mixtape, which I released 2 years ago, a Screw presentation. So yeah, man, look out for that.
That's what's up. Yeah. Now, VA, I mean, talking about the industry, how the game is. If you were to change something about the game, what would it be?
I think I'd want it to be more authentic, man. Like, I think there's too much copy and paste going on.
Yeah.
Like, we sound too much like everybody else. You know what I mean? Like, I'll give you an example. I'll give you a perfect example. Like, Malum Cool Cat. Like, when he came on the scene, it was like, what is he doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, what is that? Yeah, I feel like we don't have a lot of that right now, man. Everyone sounds like everybody else.
Yeah.
So I would say authenticity is something that I personally would want to see more of.
Yeah.
If I could change anything, it definitely would be that. But you know what I mean? Like, look, it is what it is, man. Like, there's people who are doing things, who are putting the music out there. I mean, at the end of the day, like, music is music, man. You can't dictate how everybody goes about their hustle. You know what I mean?
Up. Yeah. Tanic, yo, where can people find you on the social streets, yo?
Okay, on Facebook it's Uncle Tanic. On Instagram it's Uncle Tanic, Uncle_Tanic.
Yeah.
On Twitter it's Tanic at BME. Yeah. So just type Uncle Tanic everywhere. I'll pop up, man.
All right, cool. And VA?
For me, it's the same thing, bro. It's Young Verbal. That's YUNG Verbal, like one word. That's for everything. That's for my Twitter. That's for my Facebook. That's for my YouTube. That's for everything. So just look for Young Verbal and I'll pop up.
That's what's up. Yo, man, gentlemen, I want to thank you so much for this time, yo. The whole point about this is I feel like people need to know where they all started. People need to know who the Blood Spilaz king, Etwakai, who's Blood Spilaz, who started it and why it was started. Because Kima Bare fella. So this was just a stamp just for the youngins to know who they born. Back in 2005, this emerged, and then this was the inception of this movement, and then this is what this is the role that it played. So shout out to you. Thank you for sharing this story right now. Thank you for your time. I'll make sure that I bump the tracks that you sent through.
Thanks for having us, bro.
Yeah, bless it.
We always hear my G, always hear Blood Spilaz for life. You know, red flag, man.
Bless it. That was none other than Young Verbal, you know, Uncle Tanic on our social radio, episode number 22. My name is Lection, and what you're hearing playing in the background is none other than Uncle Tanic, and the name of the track is Nyuku Daizaga, bruh. Enjoy.
My whole team slain, my whole team slain. This whole team is slain, this whole team is slain. My crew's flex with me, my crew's flex with me. My niggas get it with me, my niggas get it with me. get it lost. You come around my lady, get it with your boss. Ever been in the courtroom with the cuffs? BME, motherfucker, well, that's us. I got a trap house called Rabakala, got my go-go. And I ditch a girl for the dolo. I've been raided, got the rap game in the chokehold. You heard about me, get divine. Bale, bakai. Or ring mo, my kids are tired, but I'm gone now, and I'm up now. Co-signed by the fan. Chop my baby, get cheese. Chop my baby, get cheese. When I Jewish, he increase me. When I Jewish, he increase me. And I sip a lot, and I smoke a pot.
Yeah.
One time for my snake, man,
One time for Brafili Joe. That is Uncle Tanic, and the name of the track is Nyuko. Right up next, I'm gonna play you Young Verbal, and he says, this is a public service announcement. Enjoy!
Hey yo, Zoo. They've been asking me if I still got it. I've been quiet for a minute. Only one way to find out, innit? Young. Lyrically, I'm designed to bust mics. Label me Evander Holyfield. I run this field. You can merge lanes with intentions for you to get killed. With no respect to my opposition. I'm riding ruthless in your city. I'm the new Easy on the bombing mission. Current situation. Right now I want numbers in my account. Our president will have trouble reading. 300 billion, 200.5. When it comes down to the zone, fam, I know they're wishing we fail, hoping we lose our touch. Like blind people say you know the real, but we all know that we'll prevail. Heavy goers clientele. When it comes to winning, you know we do it, then we do it well. They love you as an underdog and they hate when you rise. So when they compare to disrespect, it comes as no surprise. They try to taunt you with lies, maybe group you with guys. You can't put me in a box of disrespect to my size. Yeah, they say I can't survive without the team. I ain't mad they're sleeping on me, cause it all started with a dream. Got my eye on the prize of the Cyclops at the finish line. The boys run the bird, it's time to prove that Cap City's mine, nigga. So don't at me with your trolling jab or food for thought. I punch you in your throat, make you choke on your Adam's apple. Many battles were fought. I'm like mini-me throwing a tantrum, dog. My temper is short. Hey.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Social Radio, and then follow us on Instagram at socialradio_USA.
Whopped up, it's more reason to smile. Out of a pillar blind, we wildin' out, dog. It's party time, plus the bones come with head like the Orlando Pirates sign. Your hips don't lie, baby, I see your hints. Move a little more, give me evidence. While I was doubling up my dividends. Anyway, it's back to the matter with hand like fingerprints. Touch my cash, dog, your fella got the hair shit. The name ring bells, Kaleki Babon.